I would say Kenya is it's the closest thing to the United States.
Okay.
I wouldn't live anywhere that reminds me of Dallas. No. Anything that reminds me of Dallas, no.
What's good, Kenganda? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, live from Nairobi, Kenya, here on the Repat podcast. And I was actually supposed to get drunk and go to the strip club tonight, but you know, when work is there, you got to do it. And so our good brother Austin Holloman, he's here, so let him introduce himself.
I'm Austin Holloman, world traveling YouTuber. You may have seen me on the news before, and it was very beneficial. But now I'm living here in Kenya and I love it. This is my favorite country to date.
Yo, okay, give him a round of applause. I wasn't gonna say anything about that, but you know, like I said, we're gonna keep it funky today. So anyways, Austin, he's just came back from Zambia. Okay, Lusaka. And we did a video about Kenya as the next Brazil for a lot of people, right?
Yes.
And it got a lot of views. Thank you for the views. I mean, it's like 90,000 views on the podcast.
Hey, you're welcome.
But you've been to all the countries now in East Africa. Both me and you are both African-American from the same community. Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda, right? And you've been there here for some time and Tanzania for some time. Now, for those people who are in the diaspora looking to repatriate to Africa in those 4 countries, how do we compare the 4? I know you got some slack because you're a little bit too honest, but how do we compare those 4 in your honest opinion?
I would say Kenya is it's the closest thing to the United States.
Okay.
Rwanda looks like the United States, but it's nothing like it.
What do you mean by that?
The infrastructure is very similar, but it's not easy to do a lot of things, and it's not easy to get a lot of things either, like shoes.
Can you give us an example of that?
Like I was telling you earlier, I left my gym shoes in Uganda.
Hold on a second. Story time music!
I left my gym shoes in Uganda where you could get shoes.
Yeah. That's interesting because Uganda really, but you can get some shoes in Uganda. That's definitely true.
With no problem.
Okay.
So I asked the driver that Blaze that you sent me.
Right.
And we go on a treasure hunt around Kigali to look for gym shoes.
Okay. And
he's calling people. There is no shoe store. So I asked him, where did you get your shoes? So he calls somebody else and they don't have shoes in stock. So I was, where does the president get his shoes at? Like, I know somebody has shoes somewhere around here. So we go to this shopping strip.
Okay. And
there's shoes in the window it's like a mini Foot Locker almost.
Yeah.
But there's no back storage. It's like all we got is the stuff in the window. If your foot doesn't fit that shoe that's in the window, then you can't get that shoe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I noticed that too when I was there. It's not a whole lot of options for, let's say, I don't want to say upscale living, because here in Kenya, you got Bose Audio, there's Samsonite for luggage, there's the Nike store, there's Two Rivers, there's Westgate. Anything you want here, like South Africa, you can get it. Now, Rwanda looks very nice, but they don't have the things that you would need on a day-to-day basis. So no malls there.
Yeah, no malls.
Okay. Let's talk about in Rwanda, because obviously the women are very attractive. We ain't trying to make it a dating episode, but for you single brothers out there,
they're attractive and in hiding. Yeah.
They're attractive.
Yeah, you don't see them when you're out now.
Yeah, that's something I noticed too. It's not like Uganda and Kenya where everybody's out.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this though, because you've been out in the nightlife, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya. What's the nightlife like in Rwanda?
It's a bunch of dudes everywhere you go. It's packed. It's jumping, but I mean, you gotta like being in a room full of dudes and like 20% women.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Let's talk about navigation and moving through the city. That was difficult for me. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I still have this app. You know what the app is called there? They don't have Uber.
Yango?
Something like that. Yeah, it was
Yango
very difficult to get a ride.
Yeah.
I was in Tarama, staying there. I want to say it took like Vuba. I have Vuba. No, what is it? Vuba's a food, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay, but so shout out to them for trying to, make something for their own people and stuff like that, which I like, but it's very difficult to get around.
You pretty much have to ride a motorcycle.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Okay.
And then you got to direct the motorcycle through their own city.
Okay.
It got to a point where I was trying to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And the guys asked me literally turn left, and I'm showing them the GPS.
Yes.
And he's like, which way? I'm like, dude, like I just said left and it's showing you left. Like, what do you think? Which way do you think you go?
Okay.
We go there and I said, okay, go around this building. It's on the other side. So instead of him doing that, he pulls over and asks the security guard. And he said, what's the name of the gym? And I was like, this name. But I'm just telling you, just drive around here. You don't need to know the name. I can walk there if I wanted to, but you can just drive me there. The security guard asked me what's the name. Like he just didn't ask me that.
Do you think there was a language barrier because they're speaking English very well? How was the English there? Was it good enough for you to?
Maybe 60% of the people I say spoke English, and it was decent. It wasn't like Kenya.
Okay. What about Uganda? Was it
just like Kenya too? Yeah.
Okay.
But not as much though. But yeah.
So the nightlife, bunch of dudes. If you're single, something like that, a lot of brothers in the club, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend they go there for that. No.
Okay, cool. What do you think about like if you're a married person, high quality of life? Do you think that's a good place for somebody that maybe has a wife in the diaspora and they want to settle in a place that's safe? I heard it's safe. It's hella safe.
It's very safe.
Yeah, you can walk out there with all the gold chains in the world. Don't want nobody gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, but it's a place to retire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but
it's
not
beautiful to look at.
Okay, but you don't want to really. If you're young. Okay.
I'd give it 20 more years.
20 more years. All right. What did you like about the infrastructure? You know, the things like with the cell phone network, the internet, stuff like that, and the price. Do you think it was overpriced or?
It was very cheap.
Cheap.
From what I can remember. It was very fast, U.S. quality internet.
Okay.
The infrastructure was very good. The roads were paved. Looking at the city, you would expect more. You wouldn't expect that I can't find shoes here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're still looks nice. They still need some more stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at Tanzania. You got a lot of brothers. Shout out to Mark Meets Africa. You started in Tanzania. What are some of the good benefits about living in Tanzania?
The food, number one.
It's good.
Yeah. It's the best food in the world I've had.
In the world?
In the world.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What's so good about the food?
It's not recognizable for the most part. Like I had diarrhea for 10 days because my body wasn't used to it when I first got there. Yeah. And all the other Americans said the same thing.
But it's the best food in the world, even though you had diarrhea.
Because it was that healthy.
Oh, okay.
I think it was a biological thing.
Okay. So it's the best food for you, but does it taste good?
Yeah. No. That's what I meant. The taste.
Okay.
It tastes good. Yeah.
Did you keep eating it although you're taking a shit everywhere? Like, did you?
Yeah, I had to. I was still hungry.
Okay.
Just didn't last that long.
All right. What about the, in comparison to say Rwanda? What about the nightlife?
It's day and night. Dar es Salaam had a logical crowd or ratio of men to women and stuff to do.
Stuff to do. Because the city's like in a beach town, right? Like Dar es Salaam's about to, okay.
But Africans don't get in the water. I see that now.
Okay, they don't.
No.
They just
at least in the places I've been to, they don't get on they don't even touch the sand. No.
Okay. Dar es Salaam, nightlife. What's the price like? What's the infrastructure like for somebody wanting to be there? Things like that.
You can go broke fast.
Okay.
Very fast. It's not cheap.
Okay.
In Dar es Salaam, especially if you stay in the area that you would want to stay at, which is Masaki,
Oyster Bay.
Oyster Bay. Yeah, it's almost American prices there. It's more expensive than Nairobi, I say. Yeah,
so that's we'll come back to later. But in Kigali, do you think that Kigali was priced pretty decent for what you can get in Oyster Bay?
Yes, it was more reasonable. Yes,
more reasonable.
Yeah.
All right. Language barrier. I know Swahili in Tanzania.
That wasn't too much of an issue.
It wasn't. People spoke a lot of English in Tanzania.
More than people say, yeah.
More?
Yeah.
Did you ever run into somebody that couldn't speak English at all?
But not as much as I did in Rwanda.
Oh, Rwanda was worse.
Yeah.
Tanzania was better than Rwanda.
Yeah, they know how to use the GPS or speak English as good as Tanzania. No.
Oh, my God. Okay. What about catching, because I know Tanzania, Rwanda, the difference is, if we can put these apps up in Rwanda here. Stasia put it up here. One of them is Vuba Vuba. I don't know what the other one is. We'll find it. Yanga. Okay, so we'll put those. So the difference in Rwanda, they don't have Uber Eats, none of that stuff. But Tanzania should have Uber and Bolt.
Yes, they have both.
Is it reasonably priced? Reasonably priced?
Very cheap. Like a 20-minute ride would be like $2.
Okay.
$2.50, but you have to carry cash because they'll sit at the end of the street. I've had a dude watch me at the end of the street because I didn't call him. Like he accepted the ride and he expected me to call him to make sure that he accepted the ride for somebody that was going to be there. I didn't.
That happens a lot in Africa.
It happens a lot.
Yeah. They'll just sit there on the border for like 200 feet away.
Yeah.
until
and look at you.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't get that. Yeah.
Okay. So that's something that's common.
Not common in Nairobi though. No.
Yeah. Nairobi is on another level. Internet speed.
I made a comment where I said they had 2G internet in most places. Yeah. 2G internet and the phone dropped very often.
Who were you? It's like, it should be like Airtel there. Is Safaricom in Tanzania? I don't think so.
I think I had Vodacom.
Voda. I know Airtel is there, right?
Yeah.
Tigo, whatever. It was bad.
Yeah, it was not that great.
What about the internet inside of apartments and fiber? I know Zuku is also there, but I don't know if you used it.
The fiber.
Yeah.
I didn't experience any fiber.
Fiber, okay. Shout out to Zuku. That's how I got turned on to Zuku Uganda because when I went to Tanzania in 2019, I had a really good experience with Zuku. That's what actually got me to want to move in Uganda because of the good experience I had with them. So shout out to them, but overpriced, you think, for their better parts. Masaki, Oyster Bay, overpriced.
Everything else is reasonable, but it's going to be 20 minutes from where you really want to be at.
Cool. Let's get back to now Uganda. My adopted home here. How was Uganda?
It was even or one step below Tanzania, from my experience.
Even. What was one step below about it?
Actually, no, it's the other way around.
It was better.
Yeah.
It was better, okay.
It was more developed, I think, than Dar es Salaam.
Okay. And developed in what ways?
They had a mall.
Okay.
They had a mall.
Tanzania does have malls, but not as probably as good as Acacia Mall.
Well, they do have malls, but it's like basically a big shopping center.
Yeah.
It's like a strip mall that's stacked on top. It's 3 stores in the mall.
Yeah.
But it looks like an apartment building, but it's just 3 stores. Yeah.
It's not that good.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So Tanzania nightlife is good?
Excellent. Yeah.
Excellent. What about Uganda's nightlife? I know you.
Excellent.
I couldn't hang you. You too young for me, bro.
It was something to do 7 days a week, but it was a lot of dudes too.
A lot of dudes.
Yeah.
Okay. More dudes in Rwanda?
No.
Okay.
Rwanda was the worst with that.
What about when you go out like every day and you see Rwanda, not a lot of people are out. I didn't see a lot of people out at all for the most part. But in Uganda, it's just
most people. It seems like a lot of people in Rwanda stay in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the internet, man, they ain't trying to come out.
Yeah. No.
So what about like Uganda, like going out? Like, is there a lot of people? Is it busy?
Yes. Very busy. Yes.
Very busy. Okay.
Not like Nairobi.
Not like Nairobi. Okay. Let's talk about, I know you stayed in the place. Internet usage was not that great.
Decent. It was decent. Well,
decent.
I walk in one room and the internet go out. Yeah.
Okay. And what did you think about like the food prices when you were going to get things?
I don't really remember anything about the food. So I think it was just like normal. Same with Rwanda. It was just normal. I'm not dying to get back for the food. But Tanzania, I would.
Okay.
And then here, number 2.
Okay. So Uganda, for somebody from what you saw, came to Dayton Show, do you think that it's a place that people in the diaspora, whether you're African-American, Caribbean, Nigerian-American, if you want to come and set something up, do you think it's a favorable place to do it?
Wait, what do you mean? Set what up?
Business, you want to do something.
Oh, yeah.
Think so.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It's in need of a lot of development. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it'd be a lot easier to do that than Rwanda.
So the infrastructure is
it could be better in Uganda. Yeah, it could be better in Kampala.
Yeah. Okay. But Rwanda, you think is, as far as the action of the city, is below Uganda?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I would agree to that.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, it's nice, but even a lot of Ugandan entertainers are big in Rwanda because their industry is still a small country, still developing things like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go to the crown jewel here. It's not my home, but it is Nairobi.
Yeah.
What do you feel about this city in comparisons to, like, what makes Nairobi, Kenya so vibrant for somebody coming from the diaspora?
It looks like the United States. You can have Uber. Mm-hmm. You have great customer service. Mm-hmm. The roads are paved just about everywhere. Mm-hmm. Almost 100% of the people speak English. When I was in Mombasa, it wasn't so much like that, but it was still a lot, but just not like here. The internet is fast, like I always say, and the people are very aware of what's going on around the world. I could say that. Aware in what sense? They're not oblivious. They're very online, I could say. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. Online. They're just, I think in the other countries, a lot of people would be oblivious to stuff that's going on in the United States or somewhere else. Yeah. Okay. And certain things they could talk even intelligently than what you would probably. They're well educated. Let's say that. Well educated. Okay. Now let's talk about the nightlife in Nairobi, because they're going to have some people that's going to fight you in the comments to say that Kampala is really the king of a nightlife in Africa.
It's not.
I mean, it's a lot of partying going on, but it was a lot of dudes too.
A lot of dudes?
Yeah, it was a lot of dudes when I went to go hang out. So it wasn't boring.
Wasn't boring.
I didn't have a bad time, but it just wasn't ideal.
All right.
For me.
For you. Okay. So in Nairobi, if you're a single person, single man, or I guess even a woman, I don't know. What do you think that let's say the quality of the clubs that you see in Nairobi in comparisons to the other places? How do you feel that Nairobi compares as far as the actual businesses that do nightlife? How do they look?
I think they take it a little more serious.
Okay.
But all the nightlife, pretty much the way how they're designed, they all look just about the same.
About the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just the crowd that's different.
More women in the clubs in Nairobi.
Yeah. Enough for everybody. Yeah.
Enough for everybody. All right. What do you think about access to goods that you might be familiar with and brands in the United States?
It's the best in Nairobi. In order? You want me to go in order?
In order.
I'd say Nairobi, Uganda, Tanzania, and then Rwanda.
Okay.
There's nothing recognizable in Rwanda, no.
What about brands that you see in Nairobi that are accessible, let's say in Nairobi, but you can't get any other places that you can see it here?
Would you say Bose?
Bose?
Yeah, I've only seen that in Nairobi.
Samsonite, I've seen that luggage here. Mm-hmm. Burger King, have you seen it here?
Yeah, Domino's and Pizza Hut.
Yeah, that's in Kampala.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I've seen Nike store here.
What's the ice cream? Cold Stone.
Cold Stone, yeah. Shout out to Cold Stone. Here. Cold Stone's also in Nigeria, Lagos.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Uber Eats is only in Nairobi. It's not even in Kampala.
Really?
Uber is in Kampala, but not Uber Eats. Storytime music. Guys, I got scammed out in Nairobi. I wanted to tell a quick story. I ordered some KFC. This brother, I wanted to call him something else. I paid cash for the KFC. The Negro comes, I give him the money. So I wake up in the morning, I want to go to Westgate to the mall. Uber says, you have a bill that you have not paid. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, you have a bill, you own 2,950 shillings. I'm like, I can't be true because I just paid this guy. I paid the guy 3,100 shillings. I even gave him a tip. This young brother, sorry, almost. Basically what he did was he gave me the food and then he said that, oh, the guy didn't pay. So he kept the cash and I had to pay twice. And good luck trying to like contact Uber in Uganda, Uber the ride or Uber Eats in Kenya. You're gonna lose your money. So what I would tell you to do this, if you come here, pay for all your Uber Eats transactions by PayPal or credit card.
That's what I do.
Do not do cash because some of our brothers out here, they like to take a little bit of advantage. So I will say that. But anyways, Uber Eats is here. And also I've noticed that things are cheaper in Kenya because, you know, the coast is here. So everything comes to Kenya and then it goes to Uganda and Rwanda. Mm-hmm. So here, everything is cheaper. Alcohol is cheaper here. Food is cheaper here. But let's get into the housing. That's the best part about Nairobi. How is the pricing for housing?
Right now I have a 2-bedroom. It's overpriced in Westlands.
Okay.
For sure. Like I paid $13.50 for 1 month for something that was built during World War II. And it has like this ancient door and you take a shower and then there's water that goes all over the floor.
Yeah.
I had to threaten him and I told him I was going to talk about him on my YouTube for them to come fix it.
They can't even fix it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing too. People, if you try to put them on your podcast.
Yeah.
People start knowing how to fix it real quick.
Yeah, they fixed it.
You know what I'm talking about.
It wasn't worth all the...
You know what I'm talking about.
Like 70 years old. But now it's like I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It's $670 a month.
Okay. In Westland, where? In Westlands?
No, it's like maybe 15 minutes south.
But I've also want to say this. You know, I'm a big Uganda person. I love Uganda. I have like an emotional attachment to Uganda. Mm-hmm. And obviously I've done very well. And this is the birthplace of, you know, my production company. But if you're coming from the diaspora, Uganda is more for a person like you want to like, you have to be a builder kind of person. You want to come there and set something up that's never been done and you want to do it. Mm-hmm. But and Uganda is some years behind because of the things that happened in the war and Idi Amin and you know, Coney and all that stuff. But what I found that in Kenya, and I keep saying this, you get value for your money. I mean, we're staying here. I'm here in Kilimani right now. It's affordable. They have a lot of places, a lot of spaces. It's cheap to get around on Uber. It's even cheaper than Uganda to get around on Uber. Mm-hmm. They come right away. Like Uganda and Uber, they get lost. Like you got like, only one. Like, where are you? Nairobi, you hit the button and the guy is there.
Yeah, usually in at least 1 minute. Yeah.
1 minute. The guy is there. Now they will hit you guys with this if you like. They'll message you or call you on Uber. They'll try to say something like, "So, where are we going?"
Yeah.
And then they'll say, "How much does it show on your app?"
Yeah.
I think they're lying. They know how much it costs, right?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Mother, I mean, our brothers and sisters. That's using. I want to really say something about y'all, but y'all are brothers. So they'll try to use that game on you, like, oh, how much, and then try to get you into like passively aggressive, try to like raise the rate.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah,
they do that. Yeah, so that happens in Uganda also. So shout out to the corrupt individuals in the private sector. We appreciate you. But the value for money is great. The Lacoste store. Have you been to see the Lacoste?
No.
In Nairobi, in Westgate, Westland. They have Lacoste. They have Tommy Hilfiger here.
Okay, I did see that. Yeah.
Tommy Hilfiger. So I would say like Uganda in I think like Kenya is in the middle of Uganda and Dubai. If you could have a blend between what both of them could be, yeah, Kenya is good, man. It's great. It's really developed, especially in Nairobi. I haven't been anywhere else. But what about like if you were to try to start something here, you think you'd have more success here or
probably here because it's already going?
What about people that you meet here, as far as like African Americans, people from the diaspora? Do you run into them more in Nairobi or was it somewhere else?
More in Nairobi, yes.
You're recognizable here.
Yeah.
People just come up to you.
Very recognizable.
What did they say?
They saw me on YouTube, or they say my name, or they saw me on the dating show.
Really?
Yeah.
People from Kenya saw you on the dating show?
Yeah, a lot.
Are you? Well, give me a round of applause for making that happen. Let's talk about like, one thing about Nairobi is like there's a lot more diversity of people here. I think it's like more Somalians, more Ethiopians. I see more foreigners here. Does that make you feel more like, is it more closer to Dallas than you think like the other countries are?
I wouldn't live anywhere that reminds me of Dallas. No. Anything that reminds me of Dallas, no.
No, you don't like Dallas.
But it is diverse. No, I don't like Dallas. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it is diverse. Yeah.
Diverse.
Very diverse. I think you can find all Africans here.
Okay. A lot of Nigerians here, Ethiopians here. Shout out to the Somalians here. A lot of Eritreans here. Do you think you could live here like full time?
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. In comparisons now, I mean, I don't want to, we're not going to clip this or anything, but you just came back from Lusaka, right?
Yeah.
So with this throw Lusaka out there, how was Lusaka, Zambia for some people who might want to go to Lusaka?
It's definitely not for me. I wouldn't go back no time soon. It's definitely for somebody. It's like a huge suburb, so it's for somebody maybe 40 plus.
So like,
with a family already.
Somebody old like me.
Yeah, I wouldn't even tell you to go.
Why? Oh, we're gonna cut that part out though. But yeah, we'll edit that part out. So, but what did you like about Lusaka? Let's talk about what you did like about it.
I don't know.
You didn't like it at all. Was it
had good food? Yeah.
Was it boring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very.
It was very boring. Yeah. Was it more boring and you feel like Chigali?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see anybody like from the diaspora there, like any African Americans?
No.
No. Anybody recognize you?
No.
No.
One person.
One person. Internet speed.
They had 5G.
5G?
Yeah.
Okay. But developed though.
Developed, yeah.
All right. So guys, I think that we have a brutally honest assessment of the four countries. So Nairobi comes in first. Kampala comes in second. Or Dar es Salaam. I don't know which one comes in second.
Dar es Salaam.
It's third.
No. No. That's a hard one. It depends on what I want.
Tie. Okay. Last is Rwanda.
Yes.
Out of the four.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure, yeah.
Okay. I would agree with that assessment for the exception of, I believe, like Uganda. I haven't really been to Rwanda a whole lot. I am in that plus 40 category, like one like old bitter men kind of guys. I'm definitely growing into that. That's like what I'm going to be. So for somebody like old like me, and when you get old, you start like getting like real hateful of young people. So like, I'm in that stage. Not really hateful, but you don't want anybody to talk to you or anything. You just want to just stay there and be fat. So I'm like there in my life now. So Chigali, somebody like over 40, it's nice. I don't want to go out to the club anyway, so I won't see nobody young or old or anything. So I won't even know. I even had a hard time going out with you because you just too much for me because I'm just old. But I would say opportunity-wise, Chigali is very nice. It's very good. I think it's probably the best country that nobody's talking about in Africa as far as growing with a sector. They have a lot of transparency. It's a great country. Kenya is just, I mean, it's cream of the top. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's just really great in Africa. Kampala is still great. It's just a lot of work. It's for a person that wants to come in and be like, okay, I want to be here for like 5 or 10 years and set my stone, and we're going to just push forward every day. Whereas Nairobi, especially if you're in like content creation, film, if you're in the music business, this is the place to be. They have every kind of studio. They have all kind of fiber. They have camera shops. If you're a creative, you want to be here, I would think. What do you think about that as a YouTuber?
Yeah, anything that needs exposure, this is the place for it. Absolutely.
Let me just say this real quick. I want to just give Raymond Kahuma is here. Let's put up his last 2 videos that he got. We'll put up on the screen. So the blankets and wine he did in Uganda, it happens there. He did blankets and wine in Uganda, 14,000 views. He does it here, 100,000 views.
Yeah.
The best fast food restaurants in Kenya, 60,000 views. He's trending on the homepage. Would never trend on the homepage in Uganda. I don't know if we have a homepage in Uganda. So Kenya has enough infrastructure, enough people ready to watch you or appreciate you. More brands are here. Mm-hmm. But I think in Uganda it's just like, okay, you're going to be more or less like a maverick, a person starting from nothing, trying to build something and make it good for like 10 years down the line, something like that. But I love both. I love both. What do you think? You're going to go to Europe at some point, right?
At some point. It's been pushed back now for a while. Yeah.
Why did you push it back?
Number one, I'm not going to be able to transition from black to white people. But 2, it's just I don't really enjoy cold weather.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. That's why I'm going to Ghana next, because it's warm.
Here's why I will say. Uganda weather is better. Kampala weather is better than Nairobi weather.
Yes.
Nairobi is cold as Sorry, I can't curse because people in the comments are getting mad at me for cursing too much. But talk about how cold Nairobi is. It can get cold.
You actually sometimes do need the big jackets, like the ones that have the fur on them and stuff. It's not unnecessary. A lot of people think, because I'm in Africa, like, oh, it's not that cold. It actually gets pretty. You can't wear shorts at nighttime sometimes here. Yeah, it's a lot colder than you would think.
If you really want to fall in love with Uganda, go to Uganda first.
Yeah, I could believe that.
Then come here. Mm-hmm. Then you'll be biased. But if you come here first and then go to Uganda, I've yet to meet a person that comes here first and picks Uganda. Anybody that picked Uganda, they go there first. But Ugandan weather, it rains, but Uganda weather is by far, I've never been at a place. Like if you like weather, hot weather, it feels good, it's not humid. Mm-hmm. That is the best place on earth. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm talking about it's sunny as hell. When it rains, it's but like it is amazing. I have never been to a place that has the climate of Uganda ever, except for California. Anyways, any last thing you want to tell your fans? Things like that?
Please, for anybody that's going around spreading new false rumors around me, do not say their names. Yeah. You got some new haters. That's
out of all the countries that you went to, which ones did you find more haters in, like in the community?
I would say Thailand.
Thailand?
Yeah, I would say Thailand.
Thailand had more Black American haters.
Yeah, right now.
On you?
Yeah.
Was it like the case when you were there?
No, they don't say it to my face, no.
Okay, Tanzania, they had some haters?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I forgot about that. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Is it more than Tanzania? Is it more than Thailand?
No, but it's number 2. Yeah, it's right there.
Okay, so guys, shout out for the diaspora, hating on brothers out there. So guys, subscribe to Austin Holloman below. He don't need no more subscribers. He's getting too rich. How many subscribers you got now?
73,000.
Damn, boy, you about to pass us up. Okay, so guys, we up out of here. Peace.